Okay, good afternoon. It was nice seeing some of you today. I think this is working. If so, yep, it's recording. All right, so this math lesson is going to be for 9-3. I realized that my first video was really for 9-2, but that's okay. 9-1 and 9-2 are very similar. So this video is for 9-3. So as you can see, I wrote the objective up here. So I'm going to give you a second to write down the objective, or go ahead and pause the video. So objective today is I will use words, numbers, and symbols to write a good math explanation. Okay. Part of being a good mathematician is being able to write and answer math questions using words, pictures, symbols. That just shows a good understanding of math concepts. So we're going to take a look at that today using the idea of fractions. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I want you to, in your notepad, if you don't have it, please get it, is I want you to draw two rectangles on a sheet of paper. So I'm just going to draw me two rectangles. Draw another one here. And for one of these rectangles, I want you to shade 1/4. So for one rectangle, I want you to shade 1/4. The other rectangle, I want you to shade 1/3. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to, and go ahead and do that before we go on. So what we have to do is we need to write and explain how we decided to shade each triangle. Well, this one says shade 1/4. So what I'm thinking here is the 4 is a clue and the 3 is a clue. That tells me that this rectangle needs to be broken up into 4 equal parts. So there's one, oop, that's not a good one. 1, 2, 3. So I have 4 equal parts, and the numerator tells me I need to shade 1/4 of that. So I'm going to shade 1/4. This is over here. This tells me that my denominator is 3. So I need to make this rectangle into 3 equal parts. And it says shade 1/3 of that. So again, I'm just going to shade one box to show 1/3. So the problem says to write and explain how you decided how much of each rectangle to shade. So how do we write that as an answer? So one way we can write this is, for this rectangle, is first I made 4 equal parts, then shaded one section to show 1/4. So here's an example of how you can explain what you did. So we drew a picture, there's a symbol, we have the fractions, we have the numbers, so we kind of used it all. Okay. And over here will be the same thing, right? First, I made 3 equal parts. I'm not going to write it. And I shaded one section to show 1/3. Okay. So when you're looking at how to explain math using pictures, this is one way that you can do it. Okay. So I'll just give you a second to write this down. So first, I made 3 equal sections, or 3 equal parts. And shaded one section. to show 1/3 of the whole. Just remember, this is one whole, but divided into 3 sections or 3 parts, right? So we can show that with pictures, okay? All right, so for the next part is, so if you need this, go ahead, I'm gonna erase it, just go ahead and pause the video. I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. That's the good part about recorded videos. You can pause at your leisure. Okay, so for the next part of this activity is I want you to draw a circle this time. And we're going to label it activities. And I want you to, we're going to create some sections in here. Okay. So let's divide it up into here. This section is going to be school / homework. And then about section here is sleeping. And then this section here would be like an other. So these are activities. So this circle represents kind of one whole. We have different sections here. So when you look at these sections, well, when you notice that they're not all equal, but we can estimate, right? So if I asked you about how much of the whole here are students at school and doing homework, how could you estimate that? Well, when you think about estimating, think about this. It would take how many sections to fill the circle? If you can answer this question, then you can estimate the percentage or the fraction of what students are doing with school and homework. Okay. So when I look at this section, well, about how many of these sections are going to cover the whole circle? Well, it's almost about maybe 2, right? If I have another section of this, it's going to be almost one whole. So it would take 2 sections to fill the circle, okay? That tells me that of this circle, it's about 1/2. 1 out of the 2 sections is devoted to school and work. Well, what about sleeping? Think about how many of these sections are going to complete the circle. Well, if I think about it, I got this section here. I can do probably another one. So probably 3, right? 3 sections of sleeping will kind of cover the whole circle if I did this, right? Probably a little too big. All right, so that means there's 3, and then this is about 1/3. So sleeping is about 1/3 of the total. I could probably do 3 of these to make one whole. What about this other random stuff, the Fortnite, everything else? How many of these sections would it take to fill this circle? We'll just kind of estimate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably around 6. So this section represents 1/6 of the whole. Okay. So this is how you would be able, this is how you can answer that question, right? It would take 3 sections to fill the circle. So sleeping is 1/3 of the activities, because this activities is representing all of the activities. Activities. Okay. If we're talking about school, it would take 2 sections to fill the circle. So school and homework is about a half of the activities done by students. So hopefully you can kind of see how we can use images and pictures and symbols to write math explanations. Okay, when you can write math explanations, going back to here, I will use words, numbers, and symbols to write a good math explanation. That is a good sign that you are starting to master that particular math concept. Okay, so to keep working on this, there's the 9.3-reteaching. That's going to cover the writing portion of this. And again, your Khan Academy assignments are going to focus on fractions as well. And so, yeah, there's a lot of different things to help you with fractions and everything that we're doing. So if you have any questions, let me know. We can, again, we can Zoom one-on-one or in partners or in groups, and I can help you with this. Okay, so good luck, and let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later. Bye.